Hi guys, what's up? James Casino Chocolate Man in Thailand, and I want to talk about long-term visas. I got a few questions on the long-term resident visa. Well, they do have a website. Awesome. I'm going to link that down below. But let's talk about a couple of quick things, and I'm going to have some screen recordings pop up while I'm doing this. But let's get into this real quick and why I didn't really bother to mention it in my visa video and why it's really not relevant for a lot of people. Again, it'll apply to some, but this is going to be pretty rare for a lot of people. This is a very specific visa that applies to very specific things. So let's look at the first tier. Wealthy global citizen. At least $1 million US, not 1 million baht, $1 million US in assets. All right, I'm moving on. Wealthy pensioners, retired age, you got to be over 50 years old to apply for this visa. At least $80,000 a year of personal income if you want to be a wealthy pensioner. Again, that's going to knock out a lot of people. And of course, there's additional requirements here, but we're just going to move on. All right, what about a remote worker? All right, cool. You can be a remote worker. Come over here and, maybe your company's sponsoring you or whatever. But yeah, a minimum of $80,000 a year. Again, for the last 2 years. And remember, guys, you're going to have to show specifically how you're getting this money, where it's coming from. It's not just sitting in a bank account. No, you're going to have to show pay stubs or something along that way. You're going to have to prove it to the satisfaction of whatever immigration agent or whoever's looking at this website and determining whether you have a legitimate application. So, I mean, get ready for a ride on this one. You better have your paperwork in order. Things like public company, stock exchange, or private company in operation for at least 3 years with a combined revenue of at least $150 million. I mean, we've gone well beyond anyone that I personally know, so it's not really something that would be useful on my page. I think I did have at least one person respond to me and say that, yeah, I meet at least one of the requirements for one of these visas. I'm like, cool, but you're likely going to be the only person that I know that's going to be able to apply for this. Anyway, let's look at highly skilled professionals. Again, they want $80,000 a year in income, but there are ways to get around that. Like you can only make 40 grand if you have this kind of degree or special expertise. But again, a very unique individual and unique skill set, making so much money. And all of these require like health insurance. So that's another weird one to me, that you have to have health insurance coverage. So, and then of course you can bring along your spouse's independence, but they will also need health insurance coverage. And I'm sorry, they don't acknowledge same-sex marriage yet. So anyway, that's Thailand. But yeah, that's really all I got to say on the long-term resident visa. Of course, like I said, the website's down below if you want to look at all the specific requirements. And if you really think this works for you, hey, congratulations, apply for it. If you get approved, we would love to hear about it. Tell us about the process. You can apply right on this website, so this makes everything easier. This is an official Thai government website. Wish you luck out there, guys. And just one more, we'll talk about the Smart Visa. I got a couple of questions about this. All this stuff is readily available online. It's not too hard to find, but this one I got from Siam Legal. Again, I'll link it down below, just talking about what the Smart Visa is. It is literally smart. It's about people who are highly educated and have specialties that are of high interest in Thailand. Basically, they're trying to convince you to come over here in Thailand and work in that same industry, or at least provide consultancy or something. You're going to have something to do with that industry in Thailand. That's why they want you here. And as a benefit, they're offering you a long-term visa stay. So Smart Visa offers you, let me see, up to a 4-year permission to stay, 1-year check-ins. So yeah, between the Smart and the LTR visa, you get tax benefits. You only have to check in once a year instead of every 90 days. They're long-term. They provide work permits. You don't need a re-entry permit. They are multiple entry visas, which means you don't have to worry when you come in and out of the country. You don't have to worry about anything, do anything special. Those are really nice benefits, but the level that you have to be at to get these benefits is pretty high. And if you meet those requirements, that's great. You've worked for it, you deserve it. I honestly feel if you're coming to Thailand and you possess these skills or you have that amount of money, sure, you do deserve an exclusive visa. I totally agree with that. I have no argument whatsoever with that at all. But yeah, so that's Smart Visa and LTR Visa. Again, websites are up here. I put kind of some screenshots in here so you can take a quick look. But yeah,